All couples argue from time to time. It's only natural. But what if your children are within earshot? Is it ever okay to fight in front of them? Psychotherapist Mary Jo Rapini is here with the things you need to keep in mind when those arguments happen. So Mary Jo, you say happy couples actually argue just as much as unhappy couples. So what makes the end result different?
What makes the end result different is that couples who are happy together, they fight fairly. So both people here they seem like they're heard, and secondly, their kids don't suffer. Their kids actually grow up understanding people can disagree and still love each other.
Now, I guess it's important to realize that, to be realistic, that you're never going to not disagree in front of your kids. There are going to be arguments. So how can you argue without worrying or upsetting your kids?
Well, the best thing to really keep in mind is, first of all, only limit those arguments to 5 minutes. And the reason you do this is most things by 5 minutes, you know which way the argument's going to go. And if you limit it at 5 and then pick up later when the kids aren't around and finish the argument, the kids are going to see mom and dad still love each other. And I think secondly, when you're really thinking about what is best for kids, don't get into hot topics. There are certain things, Mike, that when you talk about them, it's not going to go anywhere, and the children don't understand.
Mary Jo, what about parents that might say, well, my child is only 1 or 2. This isn't going to affect them because they don't understand what we're saying anyway?
Oh, but it so does. Studies have shown that babies develop different neurologically when their parents fight or have conflict together. They don't do as well in school. They have more chronic crying and misadjustment. It's very important to take that into consideration and don't fight in front of babies or small children.
And Mary Jo, what often happens, and I must say often it is the females that end up doing this to the male partners, is the old silent treatment. And that's not always a good alternative to the screaming and yelling, is it?
No, and in fact, that is so hurtful, because what happens is when you give your partner the silent treatment, children become confused and they always make it worse in their mind, like daddy's going to leave mommy or mommy's going to leave daddy. You don't want to do that. You'll hear more about headaches, you'll hear complaints of tummy aches, and really fighting fair can alleviate obesity in children as well as medical issues.
And I guess as strange as it sounds, you say that fighting fairly in front of your kids actually teaches them how to argue fairly.
It's an invaluable lesson. I mean, when kids learn that you can love someone and yet disagree with them, they end up growing up happier, healthier, and they have more improved and meaningful relationships.
All right, thank you so much. Psychotherapist Mary Jo Rapini, thank you for being with us.